Hello there, General Odos. Vader. God damn, bro. Not gonna lie, that's throwing me for a loop right now. Long sleeves, it's getting kind of chilly. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's getting kind of cold. Waves, everyone. Hi, how you doing? Random, thank you so much for a tier 2.
Yo, let's go 1 year.
A year 2, man. That is crazy. Thanks for being here for so long, bro. You look cozy today. Believe it or not, I'm not that cozy. I'm like in between, kind of chilly and also getting kind of warm. Like it's not, I don't know how to dress today, so I have shorts on.
Hello,
too.
Alex.
Bushido, thank you so much for 16 months of being here. Hello to you as well. Missed the Neo 75? Dude, I'm in love with this thing. I think visually, the only thing that could have been better for me is thinner side bezels. But I really like the way this turned out.
Another Alex stream. Wow. Hope you have a good day in stream. Wow.
Coop, thank you so much for 10 months of being here, man. I hope we all have a good day today, man. Honestly. Neo 75 looking so good. I need to go back and watch the VOD. I cannot stress watching the VOD, or just, I don't know, I'll have the VOD hyperlapse up if you guys don't want to sit through 2 hours. I think it was actually like 2.5 hours. If you guys don't want to sit through that, I'll have that up like, I don't know, sometime this week. Whenever Mr. Manoli edits it for me. It's been a busy week. Finally get to catch a stream. What have you been up to beforehand? Dude, this upcoming week, guys, I'm gonna ask for everyone's patience here with my content and just like other side things, because I have so much going on.
Looking forward to a chilled stream today.
Thanks, man. Appreciate the 21 months, man. How you doing, Bob? Did you just respond, Beldoink? Yeah, I appreciate everyone's like patience and stuff. Yeah, Beldoink, we'll set something up. Plus, we need to figure out a date and stuff too, right, Beldoink? I don't know what date we need to do. Does it have the Neo Ergo quality? You know what? I'm gonna do a written review for this. That's one of the things I want to do this week. In fact, I'm considering doing it tomorrow. 2 months of many in the future. Thank you, Ree. I appreciate that, man. Dude, I'm glad you've been enjoying the content of the sub. But I would say this is better than the Ergo, quality-wise. For one particular reason, okay? Hear me out. The reason why I think this is just a smidge better than the Neo Ergo, I was really thinking about it last night. I need to get the Neo Ergo to show people, but you remember the line on the Neo Ergo on the top where it's tense? Remember how it's kind of flat?
Love your content.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Sushi. Thank you, man. But I think the Ergo kind of has, you know, the line there doesn't bother me, like that flat kind of peak where it peaks at the top. But I always felt like, and I think I mentioned it during the stream too, it felt a little cheap, which made sense for the price of the keyboard. This obviously kind of strays away from it, but I think this is superior in terms of just like little things. So, actually, why am I not switching this? Hi everyone, what's up? Guys, it's freezing cold today. I was gonna stream last night, guys, but honestly, we just got so busy with things, like trying to face reveal. Hey, this is who I am. We got so busy with things that I just could not do anything yesterday. This sweater looks cozy. Thanks, guys. Gotta get cozy today. Freezing cold is hot, 11 degrees outside. Dude, it's freezing today. Beldoing, I'm not ready for the winter, man. Guys, I don't know about you guys. I'm not prepared, bro. I am so not prepared for this. The winter this year is just gonna be terrible for me. Little old me is gonna be freezing cold. But how's your weekend been, guys? Toronto better get blasted by snow this year? I think it is. Because, dude, the last, like, 4 years, we've gotten, like, jack shit. How's it going here coding for my AI master on Odin 75? Dude, Charlie, it's going today. What news can I give you guys? Not a whole hell of a lot. Oh, I got something way off topic that I want to complain about. But maybe that's about it. I've just been kind of researching just some like room stuff. I want to change up the setup to make it more efficient for streaming. But that's really about it. That's all I've been really up to. A PS Vita? Which PS Vita did you get? Okay, I have a funny story about a PS Vita. So I got into the Vita craze way after it came out, and I really wanted one. And it was like one of 3 times that I've ever shopped on Facebook Marketplace. And it ended up being someone I kind of knew who was selling a PS Vita. but it was like an OG OLED edition. And I bought it from him, and it was the coolest thing ever. And I think I gave it to my brother, and I was thinking about it the other day because I charged my Switch because I remembered that I have Pokemon Legends of Arceus, and I was like, let me go play that again. And I was considering asking to see if he still had my PS Vita. No, the Vita, was it the PSP or the PS Vita that had the OLED model? Am I misremembering which consoles it was? Either way, I had one of the PlayStation ones. But yeah, there was a craze for both of those things. It was like a low-key craze. It got popular after it came out for both of them, I feel. The PSP, yeah, I think it was the Vita. I don't remember having a PSP. I got a 2000. It's Glacier White. The OLED is cool. I just don't like the charger. I get that. Totally. But no, I feel like there was a craze, man. I had a PSP 3000. Because I feel like the Vita had like a cult following after it stopped being sold. But yeah. I'm building my PC tomorrow for my B-Day. Wait, old man, if I don't see you tomorrow, man, happy early birthday, dude. Okay, now I gotta tell you guys one thing that's been driving me up the walls. Okay, let me explain this. Let me set up the scene, all right? So, a friend of mine yesterday night was talking in one of my group chats, and he was just trying to figure out how to edit some footage. He's getting kind of into the camera world, and I was like, yeah, let me see what you're going after. And he linked me this account on TikTok, and I've seen accounts like this. This is a very niche complaint, by the way. So if you guys are like scratching your head, just like laugh and agree with me, I guess. He linked me a page that he wants to buy like a Sony a6700 or some Sony camera. I don't remember which one he wants. And he was showing me this guy who does video, and he was showing me like the before and after. So before doing any color grading. But what I found really annoying about this account is it's a really popular account. And you know when people bait you into being like, here's how I get my footage from here to here, and here's how you can do it too? The problem is, the bait was so annoying because there wasn't even like a guide that you can buy. He's not even selling any of the LUTs. He's not selling a tutorial. In every video, it just ends abruptly. And then in the comment section, he'll be like, I'm not ready to release the guide. But then I went back to see how long he's been doing content like this. And it's like 2 years of him just posting like little clips that he's color graded, being like, it ain't ready yet. And I've seen content like that before where people don't actually give you the end result. It's all like a build up. Oh my God, dude. I don't know why that drove me up the walls watching this kind of content. It's kind of like you get so invested into this guy who's supposed to be releasing something. Oh my God, dude. It's such a niche thing, but I wanted to tell you guys about it. It's so niche. But how are you guys doing? Glad to hop on and see you using Mecha Kaiju. I just finished shooting it on the Classic. Dude, Mecha Kaiju is a good set. I know people have their complaints about it, but it's a good set, dude. Like that gif of that truck constantly almost about to crash but never actually crashing. Yeah, it's like build up, dude. Master level edger? Bro, for real. The GBs I never received? Oh no, dude. Please thank Mike for cutting the shipping fee in half for us for NK. Oh, for sure. Mike's been working pretty hard on getting everything like cheaper for you guys too. Just watched the Neo 75 VOD. So good. Sorry about not being at NA. What happened? So sorry, Jason. Why are you apologizing? You never have to apologize for anything unless you hurt someone, but you don't have to apologize. Last week I got Key Kobo set for my Zoom 65. I'm in love. Such an underrated brand. I love Key Kobo. Love it. Key Kobo, the only thing about Key Kobo I would say is a little annoying is two small things. Key Kobo quality controls. A lot of my Key Kobo sets I've gotten wrong keycaps and just like missing keys. And then Key Kobo space bars. They don't sound as good as the GMK ones. Yeah, the sorting is pretty bad for Key Kobo. Love my shorts on YouTube. Dude, everyone always asks me to make more short form content, but guys, can I be real? I hate shooting short form. I just feel like I'm giving in to the thing I despise the most, which is like low attention span stuff. I feel like I want to make tutorials for it, like quick little easy to digest tutorials. I feel like that's the route I want to go. But like the little quick like, oh, wrong button. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough for me to do that stuff. I just don't enjoy doing it. I've had 5 to 10 key Kobo sets. I've had 0 issues. Fuck, am I just really that unlucky? Finally had the time to catch your stream after a while. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing, man? I'm glad to see you here, bro. We need more brain rot TikToks. Oh, no, dude. I can't. I got sucked into it the other day. I was just in bed watching TikToks, and I was like, nah, dude. I turned it off, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Honestly, love your long form stuff more anyways. Maybe you can post monthly updates on things that stood out to you. Yeah, I want to do more, what's it called? I want to do more blog updates. Keep Matt, what's up, dude? I once suggested some of our affiliates to make mini tutorials, all like 30 seconds. Basically, just make one tutorial but break it into 20-second, 30-second shorts. Generates a lot of views. I mean, I've done that. I've done a few small tutorials and they've all done well, but I'm gonna be real. I feel like most of the tutorials, people, like especially for keyboards, I feel like it's doing a disservice to some of the hobby. From my perspective, totally different perspectives is fine too. Just because I feel like at times there's more nuances that go into little things, and I feel like I end up skipping over way too much. You know what I mean? King Daddy Drip, thank you so much for the prime, man. Yeah, shorts could generate a lot more growth for the channel and stuff like that, but I don't know. Gonna be real with you guys, I don't know if that's my priority these days, is to grow really fast. I'm happy growing or not growing at whatever rate we're at right now. The things I really want to push to do better is like quality, more in-depth reviews, more written content, stuff like that. Like stuff that I feel like benefits the people interested in the products or the hobby the most, rather than just getting people temporarily interested in something like, you know, a $40 keyboard just for a minute or two. Feuding with Mr. Beast would be a good, yeah, that would be pretty good. Unpack videos? I've tried. I can't. I'm so bad at doing unpacking things. Probably the best answer is seem more happy doing what you... Yeah, dude. When I was doing short form stuff, I think you guys saw, I was like burning out. ASMR videos are something I would be genuinely interested in doing properly, but I feel like I have to be in the mood to do those. You know? Start me with Mr. Hipyo. I feel like he'd be down to do something funny like that. Okay. Really quick, guys, I want to just introduce the board we're doing today. So today's not sponsored or anything. Today is just a build we're doing for Malvix. Malvix is an old friend in the hobby, and Malvix had a project that he asked if we can build up his personal board for, and we're kind of going to double it just as taking a look at the keyboard. So just as you guys know, it's just, we're just having a fun time today looking at this. It did get extended. I believe it was supposed to be finished on the... Oh god, Malvix can probably let me know when it was supposed to be finished, but it's up for a little while more now. It got extended. And it's called the Moonlight 60. And it has some interesting little tidbits of info. I looked at the Notion doc. October 31st. Perfect. Thank you, Malvix. I've looked at the Notion doc for this. Okay. If you guys want to dive deep into someone's thoughts on their design process and just their product, I have to admit, this is one of the more detailed documents, including things like pricing and stuff like that, and why things got priced, and just a lot of things. I'll be honest, and Malvix, I guess maybe not some criticism, just some thoughts. I feel like there's some info that I felt was just too dive deep into, like maybe just stuff that was kind of hard to digest, even with my knowledge of things, I guess. But I think it was such an amazing read. So if you guys are interested in the project, hey, pretty fun read to read the Notion doc. I enjoyed it. When you started out as a full-time keyboard content creator, do you think you were going to make it as big as you are now? No, I did not, dude. I think I saw you doing close to 100K subs on YouTube. Yeah, I did not think we would even pass like 10K subs. I thought this was going to be something I did for like a month or two, and then I would give up because no one was really interested. So I'm glad everyone's here having a good time, man. So, The board, the Moonlight 60, they're calling it affordable endgame.
Hope you and chat are having a great day.
Thank you, man. They're saying affordable endgame. It's about 350 USD, roughly translated from CAD to USD. So Malvix is based out of Vancouver. It's a Canadian brand. You'll kind of see that translated onto the board today. It's the Moonlight. Ignore the tape on the inside over here. This is a true to life prototype as well. I guess my only other question for Mr. Malvix was I noticed some. I think this is part of some maybe ano distortion over here. I'm assuming this is just part of the prototype unit, but it is quite a nice looking 60%. Sorry, that was me. Fucking Adam, bro. Always ruining all of our keyboards. I sold all my boards when I got the Alexotos edition. Might have been a bad move, but makes way for getting diff boards. Hey, dude, I love that, Chef, and I hope you're enjoying the board. So it's interesting, right? There's even some science that goes behind it, the weight, which is really interesting me as well. And again, if you guys really want to go into detail, so nice.
Wow.
Cass, thank
Stream
you, dude.
time with the best in the business, less than 3.
Oh my god, dude. Thank you so much, man. If you guys really wanted to go into detail, check out that Notion doc. It explains a lot of the thought process and, even some of the engineering side of things of why things were chosen. It's a good read, and I love a keyboard that has some backup of why they're doing the things they're doing. So I really appreciate that right off the bat from this board over here. Now it's technically one piece plus a weight. 350 for a smaller batch project, I'm not completely upset about. It does have some nice machining to it. Again, the weight has some nice machining. There's even a decent little side profile with a bit of a taper here on the bottom. So it does have some elegant machining and just design to it. There is some interesting colors. Some of them are locked behind MOQs, which makes a lot of sense too. Again, if you want more different colors, the price goes up. This is really nice. They have a polycarbonate version, which I'm not gonna lie, I really, really, really like the polycarb version. I kind of wish we got to look at that today, but this is Malvix's personal prototype unit. You have a little badge over here, plus little moon, which I really appreciate too. So you get the Malvix Studio badge plus the little moon. Recessed USB-C cable. We do have room for feet here, which I don't believe Malvix sent us any feet. I don't know if there was feet available for this prototype unit. And so this is the only part, send you the PC version later. Yeah, maybe we can make room for it. I'm kind of booked solid for October, but maybe I can make a day for it, Malvix. Malvix, I need your assistance with this. I saw you had a few different weight options. This is the Vancouver. Is it called the Skyline? Skyline. This is a Vancouver kind of thing. I'm not too familiar with Vancouver myself, but this is, oh God, my camera. This is the Vancouver Skyline type thing from the water, from the lake, or I guess, sorry, the ocean rather. I'm thinking about Toronto. Now, I saw you had a different one as well. Was there two different designs that I'm just not seeing on the website? Really cool project? Yeah, I think it's nice too. Toronto Skyline backaway when, please? The Notion dock is nuts. It is crazy. Moon TKL V2. Which one's that one there, Hearn? I don't even recall that one there. But it's quite nice. It's a pass-through weight, which is great. I love to see that. You get a lot of great sound profile from pass-through weights. Vancouver Skyline is the only option for Founders Run. Okay. Nope, that makes sense. I totally agree with keeping it down a little bit. The bunny engraving, that's what I saw and I was kind of confused. Totally understand that. I don't see the back on the website at all. The back of it? The back should be on the website. But on the Notion dock, or I think some other photos that Malvix had sent, there was like other designs, or I guess a bunny engraving that I thought. So, I'm also not too sure about this PCB. I forgot to ask Malvix ahead of time. Again, this is just something I'm doing for Malvix as his personal unit. Malvix, was this prototype PCB a CEM3? Do I want a set of Mudbeam? I'm considering it. I mean, I always want more sets, but is this one here CEM3 or is this an FR4 PCB today? So these are proto PCBs. And the proto is CEM3. Oh, gotta love it. This has been, if you guys are curious, there's a difference in material and even sound between FR4 and CEM3. CEM3 has been kind of on the high demand list by a lot of enthusiasts who've kind of tried it. It does have a totally different sound profile. Well, I shouldn't say totally. It's a different sound profile. It's not, night and day, I find, but you can get some nice sounds out of this. But it's been highly requested. So I'm happy to see this is a CEM3 board, or PCB rather. Really awesome. This is solderable, this unit. There's a hot swap one too, but we're going to be using the solder. There is an error with this particular PCB being the USB-C connector over here. I'm probably going to just yoink this thing off. I'm hoping I don't damage it in the process. And then we'll just reattach everything here. Although, yeah, there it is right there. Never mind.
Hello, Alex.
The store page doesn't have any pics of the back? Malvix, let's get on that, my guy. We should put some pics of that. It's important you show that. It's awesome. Tends to be a bit more poppy. I agree. So it's a little bit of a, I actually prefer CM3 sound profiles. Therak, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. But overall, it's a nice looking project. $350 for a smaller batch, because I believe the MOQ for this, I think they're doing like a 50 minimum. So for 50 to about, I don't, again, keyboards have been a little slower across the board these days. But yeah, pretty nice. Malvix, do you want to link the Notion doc for them? It should be on the website, guys. I think. Because that's where I found it. You ordered a parallel PCB and it actually shipped? Damn. Okay. I'm here for that. That is pretty crazy. Should I disassemble these? Because I'm actually doing like a swap between the hot swap and the... Oh, wait. Where'd it go? This one. Thank you, Plady. Oh, Plady, did you get your shipping noti today? The notion of this project is so fucking bad. Why is it bad? It has a lot of nice info. I enjoyed reading it all. Even just from a thought process perspective, it was nice seeing it all. I started looking after you mentioned it. Yeah, no glory shots of the backside. Yeah, they should see that. You should put that on there. Like I said, there was a lot of information that I feel like is maybe a bit too fluffed up, like I mentioned to Malvix right off the bat, but overall I thought it was an interesting read. Like, for example, the whole plate bouncing thing, a little too much I felt, but I quite like the doc. New viewer, have been binge watching your YouTube vids for the last week. Question: do you keep your keycaps clean normally, or how do I? Dude, let me keep it a buck, dude. The biggest thing that I feel like you're gonna do to keep your keyboards and stuff clean, number one. This obviously varies from person to person. You just have to call it quits with eating at the desk. And then before you sit down, just try to wash your hands. And this including snacking at a desk too. I know this sounds like the most obvious thing in the world, but dude, I cannot tell you the amount of times people have been like, why is my keyboard dirty? And then they're just munching on oily chips. And then they're touching their keyboard, and then there's like little pieces of salt, and dude, it is bad eating in front of it. Just don't do it. You might not think you're making it dirty, but you're making it dirty. Even sometimes when you're eating over here, and even if your keyboard's pushed up, sometimes crumbs fly and stuff, The next thing is hair's gonna collect in your keyboard. It's bound to happen. We all shed hair, okay? The thing I'm gonna tell you to do is just once in a blue moon, disassemble the thing and blow it out. Get like one of those air blower things and just like give it a clean. You can use a brush. I know some people use those brushes too. I have seen people use those like acrylic covers. I have never used them personally, but you could do that too. Just put it in the dishwasher. Huh? What's going on? I don't know about dishwasher. Last but not least, the next thing I can tell you too is if you're finding your keycaps are feeling a bit grimy just from like skin and all that stuff, take them off. just use some like soapy water and just give it a little, with a microfiber cloth, just wipe them down. That's all. There's nothing, don't put them in the dishwasher. For the love of everything here, please. My shipping, or is $16 shipping from Canada to US kind of excessive? How big is it? What are you trying to ship, Durs? 16 bucks is not bad at all. 16 USD? What are you trying to ship? Dude, I think 16 is great. Personally. I don't think 16 is bad at all. Yeah, I know. I'm a little confused right now. What are we trying? I think the key thing is, what are we trying to ship? If it's a small box, maybe. But if it's a keyboard, I think that's like a fucking fantastic price. Thoughts on RamaWorks? I mean, I've been burned by them too. At this point here, Hearn, my honest thing to tell you is, dude, I think with the RamaWorks stuff, I can't really comment too much, only because I just don't want to give in to like me being angry and just mad as well. Like whatever I'm gonna say is not gonna affect what Rama's gonna do at the end of the day. I think the whole situation's shitty though. Oh my god, please go in. Rama's dead at this point. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Also, guys, lots of compatibility, lots and lots here. Even split on this too for the space bars. So if you guys are looking at this project in the future and want to pick it up, lots, dude. I'm not doing split. Hell no, dude. Have been using my endgame keyboard for 2 years, looking for a new board to get through your... Ooh. See, there's a lot of nice new boards, though. I don't know if there's anything that, you know, I would personally say, like, is it right now, but there's a lot of good stuff right now. MSRP for this one here, well, I guess the selling price is around, roughly, because it's in Canadian, then I have to transfer it to USD, so roughly, depending on the dollar amount for the day, $350 USD. I think the Constance TCal is going to be quite nice. I do think it will be nice. The Dune was also great. I think if you wanted something more high-end that's a 65, the Dune was probably one of the nicer 65s in more recent memory. Believe it or not, I actually quite liked the sound profile of that wooden keyboard. It's not that expensive if you kind of want something different, but the quality of the wood's just so mid that it's a hard thing to really, truly, like, you know, from the bottom of my heart recommend. It was just fun to build, and if you have some, you know, cash burning a hole in your pocket, first of all, jealous. Second of all, yeah, I don't know. It's nice. $16 for something that's 2 to 3 pounds from Dallas from Vancouver. I'm gonna be honest, Durs, 16 bucks is pretty cheap from Canada to United States. I have a business account as well, Durs, and I've shipped plenty of times, maybe even something sub 5 pounds, because, you know, depends on when I'm shipping. And I think the lowest I've ever seen is like $21. I don't think you're being nitpicky. You want to understand, there's totally fair for you to ask questions, man. Don't ever let anyone make you feel otherwise. You can ask questions and you can be curious and you can figure out why things are. I think depending on maybe the carrier they're using as well, but 16 bucks ain't that bad. It isn't terribly expensive from my experience anyways. It is pricing from shipping company of the vendor, because it'd be the vendor's pricing as well. Yeah, I mean, the vendor could also not have the strongest shipping account as well, because I don't know. Ooh, this is actually a really good conversation to have. Shipping volume per company will affect shipping price. So for example, for me, because I don't ship a whole crap ton out, I'm on like the lowest tier of business possible, because I ship what, a few boards from to people a month. Other brands might have a lot of shipping volume, still they'll actually get bigger breaks from these shipping companies. So when you're buying from like a mom and pop store, they're probably never going to be on the highest shipping break tier or whatever, which is good to think about too, because you kind of have to think about that stuff when you are buying from smaller stores. Like, they're never going to have the strongest shipping because of these reasons. But it was interesting when I started diving into like shipping tiers and stuff, dude, you need a crap ton to get some of the high tiers. Like, you need 1,000 orders a month to get some of the higher end ones. I hope that answers your question, though, man. Gotta give away more boards? Yeah, to you. Oh, man. If you insist. Oh, my God. Anytime anytime at all, man. Pirate Ship website, it saves me a few bucks whenever I ship. Yeah, Pirate Ship's not bad. I've tried using Pirate Ship and it's still not the strongest for that. Any recent interesting post office stories? Unfortunately, guys, I have no interesting post office stories. And the reason I have 0 interesting stories, let's install our plate here, is simply because nothing happens at my post office. When I was going to my old post office, oh my God, it was like drama every single day. Thankfully, though, I've only seen maybe 2 cases of people getting upset at this post office, and there weren't even valid things to be upset about. In my opinion, anyways. So, shipping under $25 as a Canadian makes you happy? Bro, I feel you there. What's your take on the Alexa versus the Neo 65? I'm in a situation where both are priced similarly at the moment. They're both nice keyboards. I definitely prefer the way the Alexa looks. I think that's just more my cup of tea. It's simple, it's basic, I like it. It sounded good too. However, the Neo has more going on for it. And obviously, if something happens, it'll have more readily available parts for you, which is really good to consider as well when you're purchasing anything in life. So, in a way, yeah, I would that's tough. I mean, I would, if I was you, I would probably end up getting the Alexa only because I know I like the sound signature of that more and all that jazz, but it's definitely tough. Malvix, can I min-max your spacebar if you don't mind? Are you going to be upset if I do? I want this weight on a full-size board. It's nice. It's a nice weight. I'm hoping this sounds good. I didn't even type on it because it was already assembled when I got it with the hot swap because we're doing a swap to solder today, but I didn't even type on it. I wanted to save my enthusiasm, but I'm hoping this sounds good. Oh, actually, let's get her. Do I have hot swap sockets on the desk? I do. We're gonna get some little Mil-Max sockets here. Am I gonna build the PT 175? Yeah, tonight. Oh, okay. So this is the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, it's a great thing, and then maybe I need to change my mindset on this. There's just been a lot of last minute projects this month, and okay, I want to explain to you guys thoroughly because maybe this is my idiocy, but when people reach out for projects, I usually tell them, yeah, if you need something done, and first I have to be interested, and if you need said thing done, if you don't mind, let me know ahead of time when the thing's going to be, released and when you need content and all that stuff. Well, unfortunately, what happened was there was a crap ton of people who messaged me about content, and we had set schedules, and unfortunately everyone delayed things, and now everything is being done this week. Literally this week. Everyone has things launching or ending this week. So we are going to be having a extremely packed week of keyboards. If it was up to me, I would drop a lot of these projects because I want to focus on quality. However, people have already sent over all of these things, and unfortunately, they're not going to shift schedules. So I will be doing the best that I possibly can this week to cover as many things as I possibly can. And then we're going to go back to normal. So for the next, I would say 7 to 8 days, it will be pretty crazy. Hold on. I think we're supposed to use a cherry switch there. Is one of those the Desolation from Anorexis? No, I don't know. I don't think so, but no. Thoughts on the Test 65? I'll be building that this week as well, Mango. Also, I love your name, Mango. I've been trying to look for a portable board for ages. Dude, my favorite little lightweight keyboard to bring around, I think the Bauer Light is fantastic. The Bauer Light is something else, dude. Yeah, I know. It's going to be such a good stream tonight because we have this to compare it to. So it's going to be, in my opinion, what feels like really two heavyweight boards right now kind of going at each other. I think this is how Malvix had it. Correct me if I'm doing anything wrong with your board, Malvix, if you don't want me to do any of this. I know we really haven't had a lot of conversation about where things are going here. My candy bar, a workhorse with gummy mount. Candy bar is nice. I still need to get X-ray at some point. Also a fantastic keycap set. Mr. Matthew Encina always nails it, dude. The Bauer that is my go-to for the last 3 years. Any newer models of similar quality that are 60%? I've been out of a loop. The Dune would be the nicest 65 I've done in a while. I think the Dune was a fantastic project. Speaking of the Bauer Light, I've been looking at it recently and I want to know if it'd be worth getting. Absolutely. I think it's a great lightweight board. Sounds good. A lot of quality behind it as well. The support behind it you get is fantastic. It's a good brand, so. God. I don't remember what Divinity's little off-brand thing there is called. I think it's like Fish or something like that. Divinity is selling cases like that now. And I don't think they're overly expensive either. Is it Fish? It's Fish, right? Yeah, they sent me a carrying case to look at, which I haven't done yet because we're going to look at it with the test, but... The Stream Deck or a handheld PC? Oh, okay. No. The reason I'm not interested in the Stream Deck, I just prefer keyboard and mouse. Like, it's the weirdest thing, maybe, to some people, because, like, you know, portable gaming is probably sought after. Dude, I think keyboard and mouse is the only way I like playing games. Sometimes if we're playing party games with friends, yeah, I'll pick up a controller. But I don't like it. I think, yeah, did I say Stream Deck? Steam Deck, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, I just like keyboard and mouse, man. It's really hard for my brain to switch from keyboard and mouse to controller. The only time I play controller is when I'm forced to, for example, with like a Nintendo Switch. Don't know if anyone's asked you this question, but did you own a console when you were younger? We had... Oh, not that I played it much, but we had a Super Nintendo. I think I played the OG Final Fantasy on that. Then we had an N64. We had a GameCube. And then we had a PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 1... I don't remember any games we had for it because I don't think we had games. I think my father won that in like a contest at work or something. And I don't think we had any games for it. Like, my memory doesn't ring a bell when it comes to any PlayStation 1 games. The only thing I vividly remember playing was a demo disc with like 6 games on it. That is the only thing I remember playing. And then that was kind of like when we were sort of, me and my brothers were kind of being phased out of just playing console games. But I think what happened was we got a PlayStation 2 because my dad wanted to play Gran Turismo, and we had a few games for PlayStation 2. I think the system that we had the most games for was the Nintendo 64, and maybe a little bit for GameCube. But after that, we kind of grew out of console games. I think my brother at one point bought an Xbox, like the OG Xbox. And then I think when I was later in life, I bought one of the newer Xboxes. Like, I bought that with my own money when I was working. But after that, like, I never played many console games, because I think that was also the rise of PC gaming. And we had a PC, so we played PC gaming. I'll be honest too. The console gaming was quite expensive. I played Legend of Zelda. Ocarina of Time, and then the Majora's Mask game. And then I think for the GameCube, I played Wind Waker. I remember I played 3 games for the GameCube. I never played much for it. I think I played Super Mario Sunshine, Wind Waker, and something else. I never played much of the GameCube. N64 was more me and my brother's jams. We played a lot of N64. I'm excited to see what this is going to sound like on the CM3 plates, or PCB here. What about you guys? What was like your vivid memory of like a console? Even if it was like a handheld console. Oh, and I did have a Game Boy Color. We were really into the Game Boy Color as well. Again, I think Game Boy Color and N64 were probably the biggest eras of me playing console stuff. And even just gaming in general, probably one of the biggest eras of me being that into gaming. And then I think I took a break from it to, just because like as a kid I got bored, and then I think I came back to gaming later on when I was really, really into computer games. Dude, Tony Hawk was good. I think we borrowed Tony Hawk. I don't think we owned Tony Hawk, but we borrowed it from someone. I loved playing it. All the Star Wars games let me and my brother play it on his work laptop. Oh, so like the OG Star Wars game, like Dark Forces and stuff? That must have been fun. Peak of Life, IMO. Dude, hold those memories dear, man. We never got into any of the Dreamcast stuff, or like any of like the Sega Genesis, anything like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of envy everyone who did get one. I thought it was so cool to be able to play a game with someone across the world. Yeah, that is so dope.
Heyo,
it's a fun memory to have. Thank you, Nev. Hope things have been going well, man. Hope you feel better. Dude, okay, I gotta say, Pod Racer, I think the pod racing game I think it was for N64, right? That was such a banger of a game, dude. Such a banger of a game. I played that game so much. Dark Forces I played for the computer. I don't think they had Dark Forces for anything else. Old consoles like vinyl? No. There's no point. It makes no sense. Because it's not like you get any benefit from playing on a cartridge versus you playing on a digital disc. With vinyls, there's always that nuance of it might sound different. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that. But like, yeah, it's not nuanced enough to make sense. It's not like the game is going to perform any different or feel any different playing on a cartridge versus a digital game. So I don't think there will be. I always think though there's going to be someone who's going to be interested in having the experience of slotting something in. Maybe there's that experience, but I don't know. It's hard for me to justify personally. Like, I get the hype behind vinyl because I kind of want to get into it myself. I'm offended by the voice. Sorry, Dirk. But I know audio very, very, very well because I was very into audio. But yeah, it's a different nuance, I would say, probably. Yeah. The old consoles had different architectures and operating systems, so I think there would be a difference. Maybe. I'm not too sure. I love vinyl for its collectability and tangibility, not its sound quality. I mean, yeah, you're right. There is something to be said about maybe collecting the packaging for a vinyl. Again, it's something I want to get into. I just don't have the space for vinyl. I think me and you may be different in that, Austin, and maybe I can speak on my own experience, which is I think the reason why I would want to get into it is just to hear that kind of like, character that vinyl has. But I don't know if that exists with playing like a cartridge game versus a CD based game. You know what I mean? I don't know. Does it? Am I wrong on that? I don't know if there's like different character rather than just playing, the game emulated somewhere. You know what I mean? All right, let's solder this bad boy in. This character definitely OG hardware. I don't know. It's hard for me to argue. Is there a character on hardware? Maybe? Like how PS1 had jitter because the pixels could move a whole number grid instead of double. Damn. If that's a thing, that's super nuanced, and maybe I don't even know about stuff like that. Modern vinyl mastering is done digitally now, and brand new vinyl is like $40 and up. Dude, the vinyls, oh my god, dude. I went to go to a store the other day, and it had some vintage stuff, and even some more modern stuff. Yo, vinyls are expensive. It is crazy. It is so expensive, dude. Even the vinyl, like the record players are, some of the nice ones are ridiculous. What mount is the Keeb using? This is O-ring mount. I don't know. I don't know if people would buy old consoles. Like, if Nintendo came out with an N64 this week, and they announced that they were going to be releasing some retro games for it, and it was all full price. I'm talking like the Nintendo 64 would be $300, and each game would be $80 or $50, whatever it is in the States. Would you guys want to go buy a new, refreshed version of an N64? Because in the same breath, Nintendo could just release those things for their current consoles, just as... what's it called? They could just release those things as... yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I would rather them just, like, I already own one of their systems with modern tech. I would rather just have... yeah, like Nintendo Online has them, you know what I mean? Same with PlayStation. If PlayStation was like, hey guys, re-releasing the PlayStation 1 right now, and the same old games, I don't know if I would go... even though I have very vivid memories of me playing like Nintendo and some old PlayStation games, I don't know if it'd be enough for me to go spend like current day pricing just to have that nostalgia. Plus, hold on, I gotta say this too. Okay. As someone who's been down nostalgia rabbit holes, correct me if I'm wrong here, and obviously this is very per person basis. Sometimes the nostalgia is better left up here. Sometimes it's better left as a fucking memory, bro. Because sometimes I go back to play something and I'm like, why did I think this was good? This is so bad. So, I don't know. 4 to 5 times yes? Oh no. It's better left as just a goddamn memory, dude. Zany!
Happy Sunday, Alex. I asked my girlfriend what she wants for our 4-year anniversary and she said nothing would make me happy than a necklace. So I am thinking of getting her nothing.
Not bad. Honestly, Zany, that's a good gift. She did ask for it, so... Never meet your heroes. That's a thing for a reason. Honestly, too fucking true, Toby. That's relatable. Only one game from my childhood is still good. What game is that, Vader? Oh my, says Dirk. Dude, I know, man. I tried that with old TV shows, and man, they weren't as good as I remembered. The only show that I went back to rewatch in its entirety that I thought was amazing was Boy Meets World. I've tried to go back and watch some other shows, and I've just been kind of disappointed. Lots of childhood games hold up for me. Gunstar for a start. Dude. I will admit some do, but dude, you know what game blew me away on how much I'm like, wow, this fucking sucks? I tried playing Gunbound. I think it was called Gunbound. The one where like you have the little tanks and you shoot them up and stuff like that. It's like, I think it's the same people who made MapleStory or back Nexon or whatever. We did like a redo of that because it's all private servers now because the game doesn't exist. My god, I should have just left that as a memory. It was so painful to play. I rewatched all the old 90s Star Trek shows and they're great. I feel like television in that kind of media sense is a little different though. I feel like there are old shows that I genuinely really like. Obviously some maybe not, but old video games, I don't know. I guess if your memory's strong enough for it, it's not a bad like thing to play and whatnot, but obviously depends on the person. I did open Genshin, and then I promptly logged off. I got overwhelmed by everything on there, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the hell's going on. That is actually a big pet peeve of mine of when games end up putting a lot of mini mechanics in the game that it just becomes like overwhelming to understand coming back to a game. So, I don't know. I feel like you kind of have to start from scratch. Tencent games are very guilty of that. Oh, really? Yeah, it was too much. I was like, yeah, this is just a lot of stuff. Also, Dirk, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I appreciate that, dude. I hate the UI UX of games have gotten so bloated. You know what? I don't disagree. I feel like sometimes it is a little bit overwhelming to look at some of the UI of the game. Just a lot of like stuff going on. I still fire up Streets of Rage 2 and 3 whenever a modern beat up comes out from like Turtles or Karate Kid and still beat them all. Dude, I can see that happening. Again, maybe it's just bloat of the new games, but I don't know. I did start up a game. What game was it? There was another game I played recently from my past, and I was like, oh god, this is not as good as I remember. I still fire up. Or Persona UI is very simple and understated. Toontown? Which one's Toontown? I will give you an example of a modern game that I think is not good compared to its old one is the new Nintendo stuff. Specifically Pokemon. I really was hopeful that the new Pokemon stuff, being like Legend of Arceus and that other one was Ruby or whatever it is, I think that stuff I had a lot of high hopes for, but I gotta admit, man, it's just not it. Scarlet and Violet, yeah. I much prefer playing old Pokemon. I was really sad because like the other day I was craving to play a Pokemon game, and I think I asked you guys too. I'm like, has anything new come out? And you guys said just Scarlet and Violet. And, man, are they just going to be releasing Pokemon games like that from now on? Is there not going to be the old like top-down type Pokemon games anymore? Like, is that it?
Just
is
a
the new
friendly
thing?
reminder that you are
JQ.
a beautiful human being. Wow, wow.
Thank you for the wows, and thank you so much to to tier 3, JQ. I hope things have been going well for you, my friend. They're launching a new Legends game? When? Even Sword and Shield kind of felt bland. I never played Sword and Shields. Ruby and Sapphire is like, I played that one there. I think I also played Black and White and really enjoyed Black and White. Legends Arceus did well, so I bet they'll just do that for a while. Unfortunate. I heard the new one, Scarlet and Violet, also have shit tons of performance issues. Unfortunate, man. Maybe I'll just go back and play one of those older ones then. $2025 with the Kalos X and Y region. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go recently. Like, that's all I really have time to do these days is play a little bit of Pokemon Go. So my love for Pokemon has been coming back. Although I don't quite understand all the things going on in Pokemon Go, but it's been fun. I've been enjoying it, just walking around. They remade Diamond and Pearl? Hold on, what's this? Here to humor you. Adam, Alex asking for Adam. Well, so wait. He really wants to know if you'd come to my wedding. So here's an invite if you're interested, but definitely doesn't seem likely. Just to have humor Adam over here. No pressure. Seriously, more of a joke. Hold on. Lost. Am I going to Adam's wedding? Or your wedding? I'm confused now. His wedding? You need to go? Will you be attending, Adam? Will you be attending? I need to know this. Is Adam invited, Lost? Where's Had to humor Adam? I appreciate you humoring Adam. When is it? And congratulations on that, by the way. That sounds like a fun day. Adam is Lost's best man? Oh gosh. Lost, where's my invite to the wedding? December 28th? Oh wow, that is in the holiday season, Lost. God damn. That is literally in the midst. Oh baby, you're gonna have a busy week. God damn, dude. This is too parasocial? I can't? I don't think it's parasocial. I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna cap. If Lost's wedding was here in Toronto, sure, I'd go. But it might actually be difficult for me to find time during the holiday season for that. Plus, I don't drive, so I'd have to fly. Yeah, Toronto? Hell yeah, I'd go to that. That sounds like hella fun. But I don't know. That actually seems like a whole thing I might need to invest into, which might be a little over my budget. Just kidding, it's a bit out of the way. What state is it in, by the way, Lost? Alex would be the entertainment? I don't think I'm actually that entertaining in weddings. I think I just like to listen. How many crabs do you think you'd have to sell to afford a keeps? Oh, a lot. Have you guys seen the prices of cars these days? Even used cars are expensive. Ohio? Oh shit, that is kind of far, huh? What is your price to make a guest appearance at a wedding? I don't have a price, but December 28th is literally between Christmas and the New Year's and then family stuff, so that's a tough one to... Dude, I'm even like, for Lost's sake here, holy, Lost is going to have a hell of a week. That is a lot of stuff. A wedding to plan, you have holiday season stuff, you have New Year's stuff. God damn. I am not jealous. But also, you know what? I'm very happy for you. What is your favorite tactile Switch currently? I really liked those Dark Warrior ones we used the other day. Those were great. Past that, I don't really know. I don't really have a favorite at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Dark Warriors as of recent. It's gonna be stupid busy. Dude, Lost, I wish you all the happiness during that particular week. I wish you peace of mind. I hope everything goes smoothly, my friend, because I can imagine that getting stressful really quickly. Yeah, I just wish you happiness during that week, man. If it gets busy, take a breath. That's all I can say. This is my first time catching your stream live. I'm building my first custom board later this week, and your YouTube videos were really helpful. I'm building a Mode 65. Oh, what are you building it with? And congrats on the first board. That sounds like a lot of fun, building a mode board for the first board. Also a really nice board, too. Very, very nice board. It's already stressful, not gonna lie. I can imagine, man. Do you mind if I ask if there's a lot of people going to the wedding, Lost? Obviously, I've never planned one myself, but I can imagine when it gets like higher amount of people, it equals more stressful. You know what I mean? I've got my Moonlight order in. I really hope we get enough interest. I am hoping this board does well. Like I said, I really like Malvix. Malvix has been around for, I feel like, quite some time. I don't exactly know the exact the date that Malvix has started doing his stuff, but Over 4 years now. Damn. It has been a while. It's a bent pin there. Let's correct that. About 150 people? 120 due to holidays? That makes sense. I'm assuming some people might have to be like, yeah, picking family stuff or wedding stuff. Or not so much family stuff, but like holiday stuff. You know what I mean? Damn, though, that's a... Is that considered big, right? That's considered a big wedding? I don't exactly know. I don't think I've ever been to something that big, though, for like a wedding size. I'd consider that big. Yeah, I think that to me, that sounds huge. That's a decent sized wedding. Pretty good sized, yeah. I mean, it's really cool that you know you have that many people to invite to. That's the plus size too when you really think of the positives. I'm either using Gatoron Oil Kings or Boba U4T XV2s. I have GMK MTU Dolch, very nice set, but I'm using mode Anthracite keys until those arrive next year. Hell yeah, dude. I think either way, the switches will be great with either one of those. Especially MTNU. MTNU sounds good with both linear and tactile. To be honest, if you went to a viewer's wedding and somebody asked you, so how do you know the person in which they're getting married, what would you answer? Oh, dude, I always... Hey, listen, I'm actually... One thing I can actually say I'm very decent at in life is being social. I've worked a lot of retail jobs, so I kind of have to be quick with how I speak to people. Parasocial? No. I think the best way to answer something like that, like if you don't want to give detail to someone, and I think this is just a good general answer, is just kind of saying something very broad, like, again, because it's just sometimes people don't understand things, right? It's just to kind of just be like, oh, we're friends. Like, we're buddies. We go way back type thing. And if they start getting more into detail thing, like online friend is a good answer too. We met online. I'm here to support them. If they start getting into detail, we bonded over keyboards, you know, in that particular case. There's no need to get into super, super, super detail. The more detail you start to invest, I feel like the more sometimes people get like either judgmental or like they start to lose you with those kind of things. Yeah. Being broad is usually a great way to kind of avoid potential judgmental people. That's all. That's what I've learned. And that's kind of how I do things. Unless I know that person or kind of have an idea of where their head's at. Broad answers. Very generic broad answers. Not the most exciting thing to say in the world, but better than kind of having to explain a whole bunch of stuff and then you kind of losing those people. Wrong cup. I left one of my mugs down here yesterday. Prop, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good, man. It's just been a busy last few weeks, that's all. But I'm enjoying my time streaming and just hanging out with you guys. Definitely the better part of the day. I don't know, like what would you guys say if you went to like an online friend's wedding and then they started to get very personal? Like my answer again is just being very generic. I've dealt with very judgy people and it kills a vibe, bro. It just kills it. It sets the mood in a very weird tone. But maybe I'm also a little bit jaded because I feel like I've dealt with a lot of judgy people in the past. I'm their secret lover. How do you know them? That's a really good answer, to be honest. We got married last year. How do you know? We're buddies, met online and bonded over a common hobby and leave it at that, yeah. Screw them, I don't need to tell them anything. There's also that, too. Hi, this is my first time I've been on, first live I've been on, rather. Just built my first proper board, Neo 65 with MX Blacks. Let's go. Do you like it, No Salad? What keycaps did you pair with it? Also, good switch choice. I love cherry switches. We go real crazy with it. We met in the war, bonded together, and we share the same hobbies. Just go really detailed for like no reason at all. Alright, let's put these little clip things back. I'm gonna be honest, I hate these clip things. I know some people really like these clip things, but for me, the reason I started disliking them was I noticed they were falling out, no matter how secure they were. And then there was a few boards way back when these first came out with the TX stuff, in which I shipped them back to their owners, and then they said, Alex, my keyboard rattles, you built it wrong. I said, there's absolutely no way. And lo and behold, these things just fell out and started shaking in the case. Oh my god, my fingers are not working. Got my second one to ND75 and removed all the foam, waiting for some keycaps. Only got these because I found out the distributor's only 5 minutes away. Let's go. ND75. That one there was... I think we looked at that release. I think Wuche... Not designed that one there, but I think produced it. So they have some pretty good manufacturing behind them.
I just got the best news. A cat that's been missing for 3 weeks from my complex made it home safe, so I'm subbing again to celebrate. Galax 11 months, let's go war ooh wow war ooh. Less than 3.
Whoa, why did at the end it said wow? Whoa, oh. Dude, that's awesome. I've always been curious when cats go missing, if they just like... just say fuck it, and they're just like, yeah, I got other shit to do this week. Okay, also I want to get rid of this. Malvix, I'm so sorry if this is going to be a bit messy removing this, but I do want to get rid of it. The reason I want to get rid of it is because two things. A, I want to give you guys a proper sound test of this. This is going to put a lot of pressure where the tape is, and that's why there's tape there, which could throw off the sound here. Because it could, what could happen is the sound could be transferred back into the case instead of isolating it. So I think it'd be very disingenuous to like show you guys how this sounds without removing this. So even if this ends up being kind of weirdly scuffed, I think it's just better that we get rid of this. Frank, how you doing? The only thing now is we're gonna have to slowly lift this and kind of just warm up some of the solder, so it might be a little scuffed like I said. Damn. Talk about it being well put on this right now. I'm not going to touch it with my fingies because it's going to be super hot, but I also don't want to like break anything as we lift this out, so you're super hot. Thanks, Nev. So we got it off on one side. Just gotta lift it slowly. Slowly coming off. We got it. My face one, no JST connector. There's a JST connector. I made sure of that, Adam. Almost need a second pair of hands for this one. Yeah. I'm gonna Mil-Max my Numa tomorrow. Do you have any tips on first time Mil-Maxing? Which sockets are you using in particular? I've never seen someone remove the USB-C. Could you tell me more in detail what you're doing and what's the next step? Well, this has the other connection, which you guys might not be able to see it, but it's right there. It's a little, not my favorite plug in the world, but it's a little, I have to sneeze. Oh my goodness. It's that little connector I normally don't really care for. It's the one with like, it's rated for like 10 or 15 uses. It's the, oh my god, what is the connector called again? Jesus. The Molex one. Not my favorite in the world for a lot of reasons. I'd rather just use a standard push-in connector, but this one here, all you're doing is you're kind of, see these little circles on the top, 1 and 2? You're kind of just warming those up and then just pulling up on it. And then eventually it should just release. These usually you can just warm up a smidge and then it'll come right off. But that's all we're doing to remove it. There's no next step here, thankfully, since there's already a connector put on this. The Easy Mate, that's what it's called, yeah. I love my Alexotos Sonnet with orange obscuras. I think I finally found my new best switch. So nice. Whoa,
hey,
really?
Alex, hey chat. Never heard of the Moonlight before. It looks like a nice blue and has a nice weight to PogChamp.
Yeah, so again, just to kind of go over some stuff, and thank you again, Ratty. I appreciate the 34 months of being here. This weight is designed with holes in it. In case you're looking at this video and being like, there's absolutely no merit with things, yada, yada, yada. There is merit with actually putting different shapes and things on the weight or inside the board. I have had plenty of discussions with people who are a lot smarter than me, explain to me how sound basically reflects differently and gets absorbed differently when there's different shapes and materials. One of the best boards that I did test with other weights of different shapes and even just cutouts had to be the Allison 70, if you guys remember that board. That board there was a 75, I believe, and it had a divot in its brass weight that was put underneath the alphas. And I tried using the regular weight as well as the divoted one, and one that had a really deep divot. There was substantial sound differences. So there is merit to this. There's merit to having different kind of designs put inside here. Now, does every design work? I'm not too sure if every design works the same. That's why even when we see those other boards with, what are they called? Those little rows. Not only does that help lower the front height of the board, because it allows everything to sit deeper, but it also reflects sound differently, which is really cool. Again, might not be everyone's like cup of tea, but now I'm just gonna go with the hardest O-ring here, which I believe is the orange one, or actually it might be the green one. What is the difference between all these Malvix? Datasheet says 30 cycles max, which is pretty average. So, okay, I want to actually talk about that for 1 second though, Malvix, because it's not so much, it's not like I've had this fail. Just so you guys get a close-up of this, I have not ever had like the connection just die on me. What I've had happen with these particular connectors, and I've had people actually tell me their experience too, is the plastic ends up failing. The plastic ends up failing, and then you can't secure this anymore without putting tape. That's what I find most people, and including myself, that's kind of what we're criticizing there. Frank's had that happen too. So again, it's not so much that this dies, it's the plastic ends up cracking, or it gets pushed in funny where the plastic warps sideways, and then it just no longer securely fits. Same here. Scooped had it as well. Me as well. Nev had it too. I've had that happen. So that's my criticism to that. And this is why I typically say, like, these aren't my favorite connectors in the world. And you have to think about it too. The plastic is extremely thin for those walls. So, again, it's not so much that it stops working, because I've had them work. I've never had a single one of them die yet. But I've had them to the point where the plastic dies and then it just doesn't work. So there's two benefits that people can say with this. Two like user-friendly benefits. One, I have seen this happen live on stream. I've seen this happen to many people. So they go ahead and let's just say you're using the regular JST connectors where you push them in. They push them in and then they get excited because they want to change something up and they forget that it's plugged in. And what happens? They rip this off and then bye-bye connector. That is number one that gets avoided with this. One of the nice things about this push-in connector, it pushes in from the top, is if you yoink it off by accident, well, you're not going to damage it. Well, you could potentially damage the plastic around it, but you're not going to break it to the point where it's unusable anymore. So that's one of the benefits there. The other benefit is it's a lot more low profile. And I've seen some people use this connector when there's just not a lot of space underneath the PCB, or it's very minimal. So that can also be a benefit in the long run. But I think the main thing, when I spoke to the first designer who used it, his thing was he wanted to avoid people from yoinking out the daughter board cables. Let me do this one here. Yeah, this is the Fly daughter board, I believe, because I think that's, yeah, there's the Fly logo, and I think that's Toasty's old logo. Rest in peace, that guy. I have no idea what happened to him. All right, now the only other thing now is getting the O-ring first. Let's actually just stick to the orange one. I think that's the one I want to go with. So there are benefits of going with this, and I'm not saying it's like a bad choice to go with these things, but I will say I've had a lot more negative overall experiences with these versus the JSTs, and I've used substantially more regular push-in from the side JSTs than the Easy Mates. Again, it's not a bad choice, and for the most part, I don't think the average person will be breaking these anytime soon, but something to think about. Okay, now I feel like this should also be just a smidge longer too, Malvix. Okay, I think we got it here. Okay, we're good. I'm talking like maybe a centimeter or two. Perfect. We'll tune up the stabs if we need. And then the only other thing I'm a bit sad about is we don't have feet for this. Although, you know what I'm actually thinking we do? Maybe I grab the feet from the Neo board that we did the other day, because I think there was like an extra set of feet, and I think maybe we can just slot those on. They look like they're the same size. Let's put some keycaps on. By the way, Malvix, what set is this? I think the top right switch is slightly crooked. Really? I don't think so. I think that might be the shadow that's kind of throwing you off. I don't know. I don't see that, Adam. Sorry, Adam. I don't know how he had this. CRP red acrylic. Oh, should we use CRP, guys, or do you guys want to use GMK? Again, I'm not saying I don't like CRP. It is a fantastic set. I'm just saying more on the line of keeping a baseline. Would you guys like to see GMK, or would you guys like to see CRP today? Again, nothing against CRP. I think CRP is one of the best, in my opinion, PBT. I like CRP a lot. But if you guys want to see something different, I'm more than happy to just go grab a GMK set. Both? Okay, let me see if we have time for both. I guess we'll just stick with this for now. I think this goes here, and then this goes here. I don't have GMK Oni. GMK Oni is not a set I unfortunately owned. I used the Fly daughter board for the first round of the Proto on the ASCII F. After testing with the board, the plastic clip just stopped working as well. I ended up having to tape it, so for the second round, I ditched it and went back
Use
to good old
GMK Shrek.
Kiwi, I don't got that one there, man. Yeah, Frank. I'm with you on that, though, Frank. I think there's just more benefits of just going with the regular JST. Again, it's a very minor thing, and I feel like guys, I think I've actually, like, beaten the whole JST versus EasyMate thing to death with my arguments of why I think the other one's better. But ultimately, if you're careful with it, both of them should be fine. But if you find yourself like you're a bit rougher, I think the JST just makes better sense for consumers and just like people buying and just like all that stuff. I'm not saying it's the best enthusiast thing to go with, but I think for the average everyday person who doesn't want to invest their knowledge into like going to the depths of hell with keyboards, I don't know. Thinking I might try the new PBS. I've heard a lot of good things from you guys. Pogo pins? Pogo pins are nice too. I don't mind pogo pins. The best connector is the one on the PCB. True. The best connector you have is the one that's readily available to you. Oh gosh. Okay. My wife and I are on a tiebreaker right now. Alex, what do you think is better? How I Met Your Mother or Friends? Okay, full disclosure, Roland. I have only watched random episodes of Friends. Friends has never been something that's interested me. Therefore, I have to give it to How I Met Your Mother. I could not for the life of me like the characters in Friends. I thought every character in Friends felt pretentious to me. So I don't know. I liked How I Met Your Mother. Friends is better than How I Met Your Mother? I feel like this is going to get people really riled up. Not even close. How I Met Your Mother is the best. Canadian sensibility? No, man, I thought the characters in Friends were pretentious. Like, every time I tried to watch an episode of Friends, I just rolled my eyes. Like, I could not get into it, dude. What do you guys think? Frasier was another one I could not get into Frasier either. No, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I think those are considered sitcoms, right? Even How I Met Your Mother, I don't think was my favorite out of all the sitcoms, but if I'm just picking between the two, my favorite sitcom, if you want to call it that, to this day, 100% has to be Boy Meets World. I'm sure that's considered a sitcom. Boy Meets World was 100% my favorite one. I don't think there's been a show like that has made me feel feelings, because I feel like I felt very emotional watching Boy Meets World. Family Guy? I don't know. Is that considered a sitcom? But still to this day, nothing really to me beats Boy Meets World. I've never seen Boy Meets World before. It is really good. It's crazy. Watching it now makes me feel more emotional towards some of the lessons it teaches you. I can't recommend it enough, honestly. I feel like it doesn't get a lot of love. I definitely watched lots of Boy Meets World on Friday nights when I was a kid. It's so good. It's so good. Oh goodness. Malvix. These are Malvix's switches on the top. I believe they're JWK switches. And then in the middle are Nixie's. Oh, wrong way. Maybe I'll check it out then. I think you'll really like it. Fair warning. Actually, no, I'm not going to give you any warnings. It's such a good show. I really like Boy Meets World. I could not get into a show with a character named Topanga, but I wish I had a teacher like Mr. Feeney. Yeah, Mr. Feeney is goated in that show, dude. He's goated. Happy Endings deserve more credit. Love that show. Yeah, it had to be one of the few shows with the best wrapped up ending, in my opinion, that was like a long-standing show. Like, arguably, I'm being so serious when I say this, I've watched a lot of like different TV. I don't think there's been a better ending for something that's long running ever than Boy Meets World. It felt satisfying. It felt like the characters got proper sendings. I've never seen happy endings though. I think maybe I misread the message, but The Good Place? No. Scoop.bar? I've never seen The Good Place either. Keycap nipples are goated? So this is CRP on the Moonlight. We're using, again, Nixies on the alphas. I do want to try this with GMK. So typically, guys, just so we know the difference, and then we'll actually take these off and go GMK after this, because I feel like I do want to see GMK on this. Typically, PBT has a smidge more of a glassy sound signature in most boards, but let's see what this sounds like. With the PBT, it's not that bad. I can definitely hear notes of stuff that I'm not like the biggest fan of. I don't mind it with the PBT, but it's not my favorite sound signature in the world. Again, sound signature is all preference. It is very comfortable. I know this board kind of touts in its Notion doc that it's, very soft and flexible, and there's a lot of thought put into that. I would say this sounds and feels, well, not sounds so much, but feels like a very traditional O-ring mounted board. I wouldn't say it stands out in any sort of way. And by that, it's not comfortable. It's actually very comfortable. Damn you, CRP, and your dead flat sounding spacebars. Yeah, I would also like to try putting some feet onto this. So let me see if I have some of those extra Neo feet from the other day. I don't know where I stuck them. I think I put them back in the box for the Neo. Yeah. Malvix, do you mind if I put some feet onto this? I know they're not the right feet, but if you don't mind, I think I would get a better sense of the sound signature with it. Yeah, they're not the right size, but if you don't mind, I'd like to put them on. Yeah, PBT's never like my favorite. We're gonna switch to GMK on this. I love CRP keycaps, mind you. I think they're still nice, and when I do want to use PBT, I'll usually choose CRP. Oh my god, I hate taking these once you're out in this. So I do like this. Go for it. I should marginally brighten up the sound. Yep. But again, if this speaks to you, if you're like, yeah, damn, this PBT sound profile is like my thing, then hell yeah. Again, these are not the right feet for this. Why didn't it come with feet? It's a prototype. And maybe Malvix just forgot to put it inside the box, or they didn't have feet available at the moment. We'll have fun having a vid up with both CRP and GMK in it. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've used a CRP set anyways. Oh gosh. These Neo feet though, I do not like the way they put them. This might be like one small criticism of Neo is the way they kind of put the feet and to break them apart from this plastic. Kind of cringe. All right, feet are installed. Let's put this back in that little bag. Yeah, it's definitely changed a little bit. Less thuddy sounds. Oh yeah, it brightens up the spacebar a bit too, putting the feet back on it. You still get some of the glassiness of the PBT though. It does help though, putting the feet on. Now, let's switch to GMK. Let me go find the GMK set. Let's go pick a GMK set. You know what I kind of want to use today? Actually, what do I just have readily available? I don't want to go too crazy with picking stuff today. Let's just pick something simple. Let's pick Sumi. I feel like we never get to pick Sumi. It's not everyone's favorite set, but I want to use it today. Sumi sounds good. Let's take off these ones here too. I'm in a weird camp because I really like a thuddy spacebar in bright alphas. The contrast and sound comes across my board. Just does it for me. I think if you're into both, the best thing you could do for yourself as well would be just mix and matching sets. Mix matching always works well. I feel like not a lot of people mix match these days, and it's kind of underrated. There are certain boards where I have just different brands of things mix matched onto them. I'll put these in like a little baggie or something. I'll put those actually in the little bin here. All right, with the CRP, not bad. Bro, I didn't see the lid was on this. That's crazy. It was too clear. Missed the build. Was this solder? This is solder. I took it all off. That's crazy to me. Clip that. Hey, it happens sometimes. What am I supposed to say? Can't forget Gregling. I'm not using that. No way. Your cue is under the board. Gregling was indeed a mixed step, but wasn't that all? Was that all GMK? I don't remember now. Oh, I told you guys we're going to be giving away a keyboard today as well. While I put this on, let's actually set up the giveaway, shall we? Let me get the stream elements. One moment, guys. No, it's one of the boards. Someone basically just said, I'm not going to go into details of like why they just didn't want it. It was more just like a personal reason for them. Nothing malicious, nothing bad, nothing negative. But it's going to be given away. It is the Orion 87. Let me just get to the thing here.
Bonjour, lovely Monsieur Moustache.
Aaron, the PCB came in Friday for the board, for your giveaway board too, because I actually, the board we gave away to Aaron, it just doesn't, the PCB just stopped working. So I had to get him a new PCB. And we just got that in. Orion 87. And I don't want to swap him out to something different, so I just want to give him. That's my luck. Hey, you know what? We got a brand new one for you though, so that's all that matters. All right, guys. If you guys want, the Orion 87 is up. You can just exclamation point ticket. I'll give you guys until I put on the keycaps. First time joining the stream, back in the hobby after getting my first job. Let's go, dude. You planning to get a few keyboards too? And congratulations, by the way. Big accomplishment. Let's put this like this. I cut my finger last night while I was cooking, and it stings so bad. Why are we reassembling? Oh, we're not. We're just putting different keycaps on. We had CRP, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like CRP stuff these days in terms of sound profile. Love it. It's my favorite PBT. I hope this makes sense to people, by the way. I just prefer GMK. It is my favorite sound profile, or ABS plastics in most cases. XCal, thank you so much for a tier 2, man. Thank you, thank you. GMK good. This is Sumi. GMK Sumi. I'm a sucker for monochrome black and white set. Those are nice. I really like this set too. I don't know. I feel like this one here doesn't get a lot of love because it's kind of like that reverse. Typically you have the darker colors on the mods and the lighter on the alpha. It kind of does have a blue undertone now that you mention it. Which has blue undertone? The top set is actually Mecha Kaiju. Suma Alphas? It has blue undertone? No way. Hydrate. I have Sumi on my Burgundy Space 65. It's hella pretty. Yeah, I picked up this set and I was really happy with it. I don't know. I feel like this, and there's two sets I have in which I really like, but I feel like don't get a lot of love. This and that really bright colored one I have. Oh god, what is it called? Retro, whatever it is. I think I prefer the look of PBT switch you had before, but I'll probably like the sound of GMK. I mean, they have sets like that though. You can get like the beige sets that look like the CRP ones. Or, yeah, in the GMK form. So it's not like it's impossible to find. But yeah, I can already tell I'm liking the GMK sound signature more. I just feel like with ABS, especially the one that GMK produces, again, there is differences. I find I get the best sound signature out of these ones. You know? I'm very curious, do you own any SA sets? I have a lot, but I just don't use them much anymore. I think I'm a little fatigued on using the higher profile ones. I used to love using the SA keycaps at one point. And then I fell out of love with them. I very quickly, I think, fell out of love. The sound of them is nice. I don't mind SA stuff. I think it gives a very particular sound signature that can be very, very lovely. I don't have anything negative to say about them. I think if you know what you're looking for... Oh, it's just a blank. You're going to love them. This one here. All right. I used to consider SA keycaps kind of a cheat code because they kind of do have a very pleasant overall sound signature. Oh, I forgot to put the backspace. You're very right. I keep forgetting. You are very, very right. Let's take this off and put this. My mistake. Have you ever tried building a board with one cap from each of your sets? Oh my god. That is asking to misplace everything. That is very much asking to misplace literally everything I own. You know, I don't think Sumi looks bad on this, by the way. Let me just tune up the spacebar a little bit here. Just a smidge. I feel like it doesn't need much at all. This is my favorite layout. I love 60% as well. All right, so same setup, just with GMK sets now. Classic ASMR says I'm here for the ASMR. So because of that CEM PCB, I can definitely hear it's a bit more bright. It's very bright with the CEM, and I kind of like that. It's a very crisp spacebar. It's comfy to type. Again, this feels like every O-ring board out there. So if you like O-ring, you're going to like this. Overall sound signature is nice. It doesn't have, it does have a slight bit of resonance from what I can kind of hear with my own ears here. It's like the most minor amount, I'd say, but in a very, very tasteful way. Again, I feel like resonance is a hot topic because some people have told me they very much love when a board has a bit more of a metallic-y sound. Some others don't like it. I will admit, Malvix, I don't love I think these are the JWK switches. I don't like these, the top ones here. I like the cherry switches more personally. These are a bit bland feeling to me, but I think that's my own personal preference there. The alphas and spacebar sound phenomenal, though. Is the PCB proprietary? I mean, you're going to have to... This is not going to be there. And it will have the daughter board, which is meant for the Fly daughter board. I'm assuming if you can install the Fly daughter board into the case, then... Or I guess just another daughter board. I wouldn't consider this proprietary. Would you consider this proprietary? I don't think it would be. I think you would just need to make sure the connectors match. That's it. I don't think it's proprietary, though. GMK on Nixies. Alex is really going out of his comfort zone. I don't mind this. It's not bad. Again, I think maybe I'm just thrown off because I don't love the mod switches that were chosen. The alphas sound nice. The spacebar sounds good. The board's easy to assemble. My only gripe might be the Molex connector. That's it. But again, I have my reasons, and you may not have yours, but... Ignore the feet. They're not the proper feet. The polycarbonate one, definitely more up my alley. I think if I were to pick one of these, I would probably pick... If I were to buy one, it'd be a polycarb. The polycarb just looks nicer. The bottom has like the Vancouver skyline on it. Dust. And then we have the side profile, which I think looks quite elegant. Even has that, you know, bit of a taper going on over here too. How did the Nixies sound so clacky? I thought Nixies were supposed to be quieter. Well, I don't know how Malvix lubed these ones, and this is his personal board, but you can lube switches differently. Depending on where you put the lube. Like if you avoid putting lube on the top of the rail on the stem, you can actually have a very nice top out. And that's with any switch, even in more deeper sounding switches. Also, I think this little moon here, to kind of nod to the Moonlight, is really cute, by the way. I think that's such a cute little engraving on this. Yeah, if you guys wanted a small batch project from someone designed in Canada, if that means anything to you, I think this is fun. Also, what's the front height of this, Malvix? Oh, these are diamond polish. Hence why I don't hear much scratching on them. Now, oh man, another rabbit hole to go down to. I don't really care for diamond polishing switches. I actually like the grit of having switches being a bit more like scratchy. But that would make sense. I just thought these were really, really used. That would make sense. 18.5 mil front height. Pretty comfortable. I like that. Cool project. Again, it's going to be a bit more pricey because it's, you know, $350, which I'm saying is pricey, but a long time ago this might have been a good deal. Price is subjective, obviously. It's a nice, well-designed keyboard. I think everything works on it. If you wanted to support a Canadian, $350. It's not terrible. Good little weight system going on for it too, kind of unique in that sense. CEM3 PCB. Idiom, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. How are you? Have you heard about the Re? Which one? The Re Monoflex? Haven't heard of that one there, no. If you guys want alternatives, if you guys are like, oh, no, I don't want to spend money on this, but I want O-ring. I mean, guys, there's plenty of alternatives you can get for cheaper O-rings that might have trade-offs, but where's my wow, wow, wow? Wow, wow, wow. There, I did it for you. I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't like just like the same message repeated. But I have to keep it on because like that's the only way I can keep the language filter on too. Let's draw the winner for the giveaway, by the way. I'll give you guys like 2 more minutes to add this. How have you never even diamond polished switches? I've never done it myself. I've sent off a batch to do it for someone, but I think it's a paste that you just polish them with. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the diamond polish stuff. Boney, so nice.
Boney Yaitonoyi gifted a tier 1 sub to impo3_.
Are there times where NK has free shipping? Oh. I don't know if they're... I think now, if you order over a certain amount, you can get free shipping. I don't know if we have, like, deals on that, though. All right, let's close this and draw a
Howdy,
winner
Mr.
now.
Alex less than 3.
Hector XO! Congratulations, man. Let me put you as the new winner here. Congrats, Hector. Also, thank you very much, Blackbrook. I appreciate the 30 months, dude. Hector is the winner here. Let me quickly add you to the list of winners for this. Where are you here? Okay, and let me actually delete this. Put you as the winner. Perfect. Hector, congrats, man. But yeah, interesting project. I hope it ends up hitting MOQ Malvix. Again, I hope I showcase the board in a insightful manner, everyone. And I hope we learn some stuff too. It is nice though. Oh no, Lost. I'm sorry, man. Maybe I'll have something else to give away tonight too. I don't know. I'll see what we got. Maybe I can figure out something to give away. Build weight. Let me see if I have my scale and I'll help you. The Neo's really heavy, actually. All right, let me go get my scale. All right, let's see what this bad boy weighs. In kilograms. I would say it's decently weighty. Well, almost 1.7 kilos. Pretty decent. How would you enter the giveaway? It'll pop up from time to time and say just enter exclamation point ticket, and just like that's just a way to get your name in there. We give away things pretty regularly. I will be having another big giveaway thing during December. So GB version is copper weight, which would be weigh a little bit more. Okay, yeah, it would weigh a little bit more too. December we'll have a huge giveaway thing. You know, I think this sweater is from Zara, but now I don't remember where this is from. I bought this, last year, I think? Dude, I have not gone clothing shopping in what feels like a year and a half-ish. I don't really shop for clothes that often. But guys, I hope everyone had a good stream today. We're going to be live again tonight anyways. So if you guys are interested... Oh, here. You just want to see what this weighs. If you guys are interested in watching the stream again tonight, we're doing that TKD 175.
Can always count on good vibes here. Hope you're having a good day.
Dude, I've been having a good day today. I mean, the day just started, so I hope it keeps going good. 5 pounds. And then if we want to go to kilos, 2.6 kilos. This one's weighty, bro. This is a weighty board. Yeah, dude, the Neo's heavy with the copper bottom. Dude, this is a big chunk of copper. This is a tough keyboard to beat right now. This is like... Dude, let me showcase this again. It's a different sound profile than I'm normally used to, but I actually really like this. I gotta admit though, these W1 diamond switches are so unique. I don't have it in the spacebar, but the W1 diamonds on the alphas are so nice. This is PP. Yeah. Dude, I was so sad. They messaged me literally like a few hours after the stream ended, and they're like, oh, by the way, here's the official pricing. So I think they were still sorting it out. But yes, then this starts... I mean, we were kind of right. It starts at around 195, and then I think the biggest build you can do is 220. So we were kind of right. I use W1 diamonds in the Dune as well, yeah. I think I just really like W1 diamonds, though. I think it's just the sound signature. This is from Ordinary Labs. I really like the Ordinary Labs cables. It does indeed have catchball system on it. Dude, I really like this board. So far, it's been a joy to use. And it's VIA compatible. I actually was changing up some of the things in VIA last night, so. Caramel chalk switches. I have not heard of those. Yeah, dude, it's the Neo hits. But Malvix, thanks for letting us build your Moonlight. I'll take some photos for you, then I'll pack it back up in your box, man. W1 diamonds are from Keybay Tech. Yeah, it does sound nice. All right. Let me go find someone to raid. Then we'll be back later tonight. I'm thinking around 9-ish tonight, if that's cool with you guys. I know it's going to be a bit later, but this way here I can at least get some stuff done during the day. But I don't know who to raid. Maybe we just go raid Asley. I know Asley's just doing some just chatting, but you know what? A fellow keyboard person could be fun. And if you guys are interested in Malvix's board too, again, not really, I tried getting as technical as possible because it's mainly just building the board for Malvix, but I thought maybe we could take a look at the board today too. But I hope it was insightful. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later today. I will see you guys, what time? Yeah, around 9, I'd say. Let's just keep it to 9 o'clock. Gives me time to cook dinner and stuff. That was a good one. I hope everyone had fun. We'll have some fun tonight too. We'll have some more interesting conversation then. Thanks for the stream. Love you guys. I hope you guys had fun. All right, see you guys very soon. Bye, everybody. Love ya.